Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event with us tonight and have some really fantastic schools here with us today. Each of them will have about 6 minutes to share about their institution, but they will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Karis, and I will be your facilitator. And so before we get started, I have just a few housekeeping items. The first one, you've probably already noticed that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can, however, use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure that you are checking out that schedule on the website. And then finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available to you at strivescan.com/Virginia. That is all that I have, and so I will go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter in institution, which is Virginia Wesleyan University.
Hi, everyone, and thank you. Bear with me while I share my screen. All right, so my name is Brooke Novkovich. I am the Director of Enrollment for the Baton Honors College at Virginia Wesleyan University. Thank you for being with us tonight. So to get started, we are Coastal Virginia's premier university of the liberal arts and sciences. We were founded in 1961, which makes us a little bit of a newer university, but we are growing. We're on the crossroads of Norfolk and Virginia Beach in a metropolis. So this is awesome for our students to get involved in internships and undergraduate research. We're situated on a 300-acre campus patrolled by Campus Safety 24/7, and we also feature a gated campus entrance. We're also close to the beach, so when you're not in class, you can go get some sand in your textbooks. We're a smaller school, so we're about 1,600 students total, 43% of which come from underrepresented populations. So we really do look like the nation. In addition, we're in the top 30 most ethnically diverse liberal arts institutions in the US. So it gives our students a great opportunity to learn from others that are maybe unlike themselves. In addition, 75% of our students do live on campus, so we're not a suitcase school. Students like to participate in all the fun activities that we have going on campus. We're a growing institution. We've spent nearly $100 million in the last 5 years on campus enhancements. However, this is not tuition reliant. All of the campus enhancements have been provided through donors and grants. That way, we've been able to freeze our tuition rate for the last 5 years, and we're really hoping to continue that trend. If you look at the picture on the left-hand side, you'll see our Greer Environmental Sciences Center, which features a green roof, solar panels, interactive touch screens, and geothermal wells that heat and cool the building. The picture on the right-hand side is our Susan S. Goode Fine and Performing Arts Center, which features a glass enclosed lobby and a 325-seat theater. We're very proud. We offer our students over 40 majors, 31 minors, and several different pre-professional programs. Because we are a liberal arts school, the emphasis in the classroom is on problem solving, creative thinking, and good communication skills. We do feature 4 credit classes in lieu of the traditional 3. So you'll spend 3 hours a week in class, but that 4th hour you will have in hands-on learning outside the classroom, like group presentations, group activities, as well as undergraduate research. We have small classes as well, 14 to 1, no teaching assistants. And as long as you do everything you're supposed to do as a student, we will guarantee you'll graduate within 4 years. The Baton Honors College is a selective enrollment process for students with a 3.5 GPA or higher, score 1,300 on the SAT or 27 on the ACT. However, we have adopted a test optional policy. We offer 40 seats each year, 20 of which will earn a full tuition scholarship. If you'd like more information about the Baton Honors College, I encourage you to visit the website below. Our lighthouse is for our students, a one-stop shop for everything outside of the classroom. So internships, career development, undergraduate research, study away opportunities. Our lighthouse staff provides opportunities to our students to really grow and build your resume. We also have a Wesleyan Engaged office as well, which offers our students an outlet for civic engagement. We're an NCAA Division III athletics program. We have 22 men's and women's sports with open tryouts. Our student athletes are also provided with a team academic advisor on top of their regular academic advisor to really help them find that balance. In addition, we do have an esports team, a really neat gaming arena on campus, and all of our home games are free admission to our students. We have a lot of really great campus traditions at BWU. My favorite one is on the left-hand side of the screen, which is our yearly mud games. We bring in clean mud, wet it down until it's a big soupy pile of mess, and students, faculty, and staff participate in relay races. You will get mud in places you never knew existed, and you can kiss your clothes goodbye, but it's a great way to blow off some steam before midterms and huge bragging rights. The picture on the right-hand side is our holiday tree lighting ceremony. It's a great way to get together with groups of your friends to kick off the holiday season. In addition, we have over 50 different clubs and organizations to choose from. We even have Greek life, so we have 5 sororities and 4 fraternities on campus, and a lot of different intramural activities, so there's something for everyone. Even though we are small and private, we are affordable. We offer all of our students merit scholarship based on GPA and test scores. In addition, 98% of our students do receive financial aid. After institutional award has been applied, our sticker price is pretty close with right in line of that of the average Virginia state school. So the application process is super simple and it's free. You just go to our website at bwu.edu. We are not on Common App, so you do have to go through our website to apply. And for first year students, all we need is your official high school transcript and your test scores if you have them. For transfer students, just your official college transcript. We are enrolling admission, so technically you can apply all the way up until right before the fall semester starts. But I like to say, why wait? Because it's free and it's easy. Thank you.
All right, up next, we've got Old Dominion University.
Good evening, everyone. One moment while I share my screen. All right, good evening and welcome. Thank you so much. My name is Takarla Moore. I am the Senior Admissions Counselor here in Norfolk, Virginia at Old Dominion University. Old Dominion University is a top national R1 research institution. We are actually the largest public state institution in the southeast corner of Virginia, located specifically in the city of Norfolk. ODU has old roots beginning as the College of William and Mary's Norfolk Division back in 1930, and then branching out into an independent institution in 1969. You will see some of the original structures on our campus, but also with our campus being fairly young, you will see a lot of the newer buildings, modern technology, renovations, etc. You'll notice that not only is ODU one of the most innovative places to learn, it's also one of the most diverse campuses that you will find in Southeast Virginia and on the East Coast. Also, we like to say that ODU students set the tradition, and they are the leaders that come to ODU's campus for innovation and hands-on learning. In terms of our demographics, you'll see here on our landscape that we are home to about 24,000 monarchs and growing. We do recruit students from all over the United States as well as internationally. Currently, we have about 18 to 20,000 of our students on our main campus in Norfolk, and the remaining balance either learning online or at one of our higher education satellite campuses throughout the state. You'll notice with our population comes 8 academic colleges. That does include our Perry Honors College, as well as our School of Cybersecurity. And within those 8 colleges, you will find over 91 bachelor's degrees that you can study, in addition to another 70 plus master's and doctoral degrees as well. You will notice as well that Old Dominion is home to 35 State Council of Higher Education in Virginia Outstanding Faculty Awards. That's actually the second highest number of outstanding faculty awards in the entire Commonwealth, only next to one institution. You'll notice as well that ODU has a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Great ratio for a school of our size. You are getting a mid-large public state school with a small school feel. That means that your classes are going to average about 30 students on average once you get into a major, and you will experience some small intimate lab work or independent study, but then you also may have some lecture halls that you'll have that bigger setting as well. It gives you the best of both worlds. Also, our campus is about 335 acres of flat land. We are extremely coastal. The backyard to ODU, as you can see in the horizon there on your screen, is the Elizabeth River watershed. And of course, our neighbor to the west is the downtown Norfolk area, and our neighbor to the east is the Norfolk Naval Base. In terms of getting involved in student life at ODU, you will notice that we are home to over 300 student organizations. Students are involved in everything from marching band to dance teams to choirs to musical groups. Also, we do have a very thriving Greek life. There's over 30 chapters of fraternities and sororities that students can participate in. We also have honor societies, special interest groups, political clubs, religious organizations. Whatever you do at your city, school, or town, you can participate in at ODU. You'll notice we are very residential with 15 residence halls. We just opened our 15th hall right around 1 year ago. That is our Hugo A. Owens House, which is named after the first African-American rector at Old Dominion University, Dr. Hugo A. Owens. You'll notice with our campus living, you can live on campus from freshman year all the way up through grad school. We do offer upper class and apartment style living, as well as your traditional residence halls. In terms of food, for those of you on the call that may be foodies, we have over 17 dining locations, everything you can think of from Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, any of your traditional dining halls. Maybe you like a coffee bar, snack bar, whatever you want to eat, whatever you'd like to participate in. ODU is definitely a campus where you're going to have a lot of options. And being located right outside of the downtown area gives you a lot of opportunity to really participate in festivals and culture and sports and everything that surrounds our campus and our location. Moving right along into the application process, for those of you wondering, well, how do I get into ODU? What is there to do in terms of that? You'll see that we are members of the Common Application. odu.edu/apply will take you right there. You also can use the ODU application specifically if you're just looking to focus right in on us. You'll notice there is an application fee. It's $50, non-refundable. We do participate and issue fee waivers should you need one, so please feel free to reach out if you should need a waiver. You'll notice as well that we have both early action and regular decision. ODU does not participate in early decision. We are not binding. You'll notice December 1st of the senior year is that early action. Simply means you want to be the first to be considered for admission and merit scholarships and the first to be, of course, admitted so that you have more time in the year to make that decision. You will notice as well one more deadline, February 1st, which is regular admission. And then after both have passed, we continue to roll until the freshman class is full. I recommend applying earlier rather than later so that you have more time to discover what the Monarchs are all about and also compare and contrast those offers. You'll notice on the right, the required items, the official high school transcript. Remember that Old Dominion is completely test optional. We did not make the change specifically for COVID reasons. We have been test optional since 2014. ODU was one of the leaders in the state to become test optional, and we will adopt that policy forever. We don't plan to change that back. You'll notice as well that with test optional, you have the option to submit or not. We will still make the holistic review based on transcript, grade trend, level of courses, rigor, recommendations, essays, resumes, etc. And you can find all of this information repeated on the undergrad admissions section of the odu.edu website. Affordability is also very important as you're looking at your public state institutions. ODU provides that affordable campus. We are one of the lower cost four-year institutions in the Commonwealth of Virginia. As you can see, prices are per year for in-state and out-of-state residents. It is not per semester, it's per year. And this is based on a full 15 credit hour load plus fees and room and board for your on-campus living. If you are just planning to do off-campus and just take tuition only, this includes your tuition and fees for 1 year. That's sans any meal plans or any sort of room and board accommodations on the campus. Remember, all prices are before any financial aid has been applied, before any sort of scholarship or merit has been applied. This is the most that your family can budget for. And I do recommend taking a look at the tuition calculator on the odu.edu website. Last, I just want to mention paying for college. As you can see, the different deadlines for FAFSA, the priority filing date, and a reminder of the merit-based scholarships and how you can submit your student activity resume for additional eligibility. And lastly, I leave you with our contact information. You can reach ODU online through our email, our phone number, or our social media accounts. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.
All right, we will keep things going with Catholic University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Sarah Gennardo. I'm one of the Associate Deans at Catholic University. So Catholic is a private Catholic mid-sized research university located in Washington, D.C. We have just over 3,100 undergraduate students and about 2,700 grad students, including students in our Columbus School of Law. 80% of our students do self-identify as Catholic. 27% of our students are ethnically diverse. Catholic is the second oldest graduate research institution in the country, and we have over 34 research centers on campus. Even though we're a mid-sized school, the average class size is going to be 19. So we're known for providing small classes, opportunities to engage directly with professors, real-world experiences through internships and research with faculty mentors, performances, and community engagement. Our campus is located in Washington, D.C., but we have 176 acres, which is the largest campus in Washington. Here at Catholic, we have over 100 student clubs and organizations, so lots to get involved with. We have over we offer 25 NCAA Division III varsity teams with about 23% of our students being involved in varsity athletics. If varsity athletics is not for you, we do offer club and intramural sports as well. In regard to other kind of on-campus activities, we typically host somewhere between 40 and 50 events or service opportunities weekly. So again, as my colleagues have said, we are not a suitcase campus. So there's tons of things going on. You're not going to go home every weekend. You are going to stay on campus and take advantage of what we have to offer on our campus or what we have to offer in Washington, D.C. as well. If you're not familiar, this is a map of the metro or the subway system here in Washington. There's always something going on in the city, whether it be music, art, history, going to the museums or the monuments, which are free, which is the best cost for a college student, or going to see a sports team. So Catholic University is the only university in Washington with our own actual metro stop. If you can see on the screen with the arrow, we are at the CUA Brookland metro stop. We're only 3 stops away from Union Station, where the Amtrak picks up, and we're only about 5 stops away from Gallery Place, where Capital One Arena is located if you want to go see the Wizards or the Capitals play a game. At Catholic, we have the Center for Academic and Career Success, or what we refer to as CACS. CACS offers a comprehensive advising center that merges both academic and career and professional advising into one office. So you're not going to be passed around from office to office at Catholic when you want to talk about academics or if you want to talk about what you want to do with your career. 76% of our students are doing at least one internship during their time here at the university, and over 60% are doing 2 or more internships. Again, our location being in Washington, D.C. lends itself to lots of internship opportunities. Again, D.C. has so much to offer, and it's not just the government. There's tons of different agencies and companies here in Washington. As you can see on the screen here, there are a list of some of the places where our students have interned, both in Washington as well as around the country and the world. Here on the screen are the 9 schools of the undergraduate study here at Catholic. We offer exploratory studies in arts and sciences, business, and engineering. So for those of you on the call this evening who are not really sure what you want to study, don't worry. We have some places for you, and you can figure it out before you do have to declare your major. You will indicate a specific major on the application when you apply to Catholic, but again, you can apply exploratory studies in arts and sciences, business, or engineering. Don't think of the schools that are listed on the screen as silos. Students can take classes in all of the different schools, and beginning your freshman year, you'll actually take 2 philosophy courses, which is in the arts and science, in the School of Philosophy. You'll take 1 English class as well as 1 religion class over in our School of Theology and Religious Studies as part of our core curriculum and our learning community. So kind of a unique feature of our university. In terms of application review, Catholic is on the Common Application exclusively, and it is completely free to apply. So don't worry, you don't have to submit an application fee. Add us to your member college list and feel free to submit your application. The admission review committee will evaluate you for admission, and we will recalculate your GPA down to an unweighted 4.0 scale, taking into consideration the classes that you've taken in high school, whether they are honors, AP, IB, dual enrollment, college prep level courses, and look at kind of that strength of curriculum in the context of your high school. Similar to some of my colleagues, we do not use testing in our review process. Catholic University is test-free, and we do not intend to go back to requiring testing as part of the application review process. So please just keep that in mind moving forward. In terms of affordability, all students, when they apply to Catholic University, will be automatically considered for merit-based scholarships and the honors program when you submit your application when the committee is reviewing. These scholarships range between $17,000 and $32,000 a year and are renewable for 4 years. We do also have the Archdiocesan Scholarship, which is for our highest achieving of students, usually like the top 1% or so for students. So there is that full tuition option, but it is very, very competitive. There is no separate application for these scholarships, but if you are a member of a Catholic parish, we do offer a $4,000 scholarship that you do have to indicate and apply into on the common application. So please indicate yes on the application if you are a member of the Catholic parish, because unfortunately, there's no way for us to go back and change that after the fact, after you submit your application, and we always get questions about that. So please feel free to do that when you do apply, don't forget. And lastly, just connect with us, come visit us. We're not that far away, right in DC. We would love to see you on campus, and good luck with the whole process. Thank you.
All right, as a reminder, if you all have any questions, be sure that you're putting those in our Q&A function, and our campuses will get to you as soon as they can. But up next, we've got Bridgewater College.
Hi, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Perfect. Okay, so my name is Robbie Marenick. I am an admissions counselor at Bridgewater College for incoming freshman students. I was a member of the Bridgewater class of 2021 and just graduated this past year. Bridgewater College, for those of you who don't know, is a private liberal arts institution located in the central Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. We were named one of the best liberal arts colleges by the Princeton Review in the Southeast last year. We're also pretty well known for our institutional scholarships that we give to our students. The Bridgewater College student experience is going to be driven by a community just because of how small our student body is. You'll notice that we have about 1,500 students on campus with a pretty even breakdown between men and women there. It tends to teeter-totter back and forth between the years. You will notice that we have a nice representation of students from other states, although a majority of our students are going to be in-state here. We do have a considerable amount of student athletes on campus. We participate in NCAA Division III athletics, and we do have 23 teams. And you will notice that our average class size is going to be right around 19. Some of our most popular majors, communications, fine arts and literature, humanities and social sciences, natural sciences, and professional studies. Those are our breakdowns for our majors. Business is always going to be one of the most popular majors. Bio and health sciences, those are for anybody wanting to go into the medical field. Health and exercise science, as well as athletic training, will be kind of grouped in there. You'll find psychology being one of our most popular majors, and liberal studies as well. So liberal studies is for those students that would like to become teachers. So you either break into a secondary track or elementary track. You will also notice that we have some grad programs, master's programs that go along with our most popular majors. We identified those for our students that were kind of needing another degree after they completed their undergrad work. Our newest center on campus that we are kind of using as a hub of activity on campus is the new Learning Commons. It does host our library, but it is also home to all of our academic resources, as well as a cafe on campus, the great room, which is that room with all the windows you can see in the photo, as well as student art galleries that are constantly rotating. So this is kind of our newest and most recently updated building on campus. On campus, you will find that we have a residential campus experience. So all of our students are actually going to be living on campus for all 4 years, which is something that's a bit unique about Bridgewater. On campus, you will find that a lot of students participate in athletics. As you saw on the last slide, about a third of our students are actually going to be NCAA athletes. You will find students also participating in our NCEA equestrian program, as well as cheerleading and dance, which are competitive club programs. You will also find clubs and organizations on campus for just about any activity that you might be interested in, whether that's academic or extracurricular. Honor societies and musical ensembles to go along with that. that. We have 14 different musical ensembles, instrumental and vocal groups as well. Campus recreation, you will find outdoors programs taking our students into the close by George Washington and Jefferson National Forests, as well as the Shenandoah National Park, to really take advantage of the land that we have access to here. You'll find hiking and camping trips, rock climbing and whitewater rafting there. Intramurals are huge on campus. We have everything from ping pong and cornhole to football, baseball, basketball, stuff like that. You'll also find group workout classes are regular on campus inside and outside. A little bit for financial aid, which is something that will draw a lot of students to Bridgewater. Our merit-based scholarship program, which you will see at the top under institutional there, is going to be the biggest scholarship our students receive. And every single student that comes to Bridgewater will receive one of our merit-based scholarships ranked between $25,000 and $32,000. Every single student that is admitted to Bridgewater will get that. We also have in-state students receiving the VTAG, as you can see listed under state. For our out-of-state students, we are matching the VTAG and providing a $4,000 out-of-state scholarship as well. For any student that's a member of the Church of the Brethren, we do offer a scholarship there due to our affiliation with the Church of the Brethren. So you can receive a $2,500 scholarship if you are a residential student, or a $1,500 scholarship as a commuter. You can see some basic facts about financial aid over there on the right. The big thing to know is that every single one of our students that is admitted will receive one of those merit-based scholarships between $25,000 and $32,000. We do accept the common application. We also have an application on our website that is free. We are test optional and we plan to stay that way, so we do not need to see test scores. It is also important to note that you are able to receive all of those scholarships without submitting your test scores, so we do not need to see those. We have a rolling admission policy, so as soon as our application opens in August, you can expect to hear a decision from us about 2 weeks after we receive all of your application materials. We do not have any sort of early decision. Last year, we ran with an early action deadline of November 15th. I believe that is going to be in October this upcoming fall, but that is going to be if you apply and submit your FAFSA by that deadline, you will actually get the chance to receive your full financial aid package in the first week of December. I always recommend that to everyone just so that you have all the information you need earlier rather than later. It never hurts. As far as supplemental items go with your application, all we will really need is your transcript. Since SAT, ACT scores are optional, that is not necessary for everyone. You will be able to indicate that on your application. And I suggest think about it a little bit before you do and think what might provide you with the best scholarships. If you'd like to check out our admissions page, you can see bridgewater.edu there. You will see a tab for admissions, and also feel free to give us a follow on Instagram. We also do have upcoming visit opportunities, counselor on call. We have an opportunity to answer any questions you might have. Sophomore and junior info sessions, those are visits on campus with a tour and a presentation. And then you are free to set up a personal campus visit Monday through Friday, any day. We're always here. So thank you all for your time. Have a good night.
All right, next we've got Longwood University.
Good evening, everyone. Give me 1 second to share my screen. All right, my name is Marcus Marin. I'm one of the counselors on staff at Longwood University. Currently, I cover the Richmond area, greater Richmond area, and the northern neck of this state. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll be happy to answer them along the way. So at Longwood, we are a four-year public liberal arts institution with currently 4,000 undergraduates serving in our current degree programs, and with we have 900 graduate students in our master's programs, including their tracks as well. On average, we have around 18 students per classroom. With that, we have a ethnic diversity percentage of that makes up our student population of 25%. You'll notice that we have 70% female and 30% male representation on campus, with 20 of the countries of the world represented by the students, to include those as well. And including all of our majors and programs, we have 100 different areas of study to whether that's minors, majors, double majors, minor and a major, whatever you want to be tailored for your programs after you graduate. The combination is definitely there. So what's it like to be a student on campus at Longwood University? I don't know if you guys know this, but Longwood, both men's and women's basketball teams have made it to the NCAA March Madness tournament for the first time this year. Also including that we won the Big South on both sides as well. So kind of cool to be part of the history as a student and on staff as well. But on campus, we have 178 clubs to be a part of. And don't worry, if there's nothing of interest that you see on the clubs and organizations list that we have, you can start your own. Being a student at Longwood includes choosing from 8 residential areas to be a part of, 1 dining hall, a lot of places to eat around the town itself. And in the town of Farmville, we do share the town with another college 10 minutes down the road, Hampton-Sydney. So there's plenty to do, plenty to be a part of, and it is an alumni-based town. So Longwood likes to include its connection with the town itself and the campus community. So the way admissions works at Longwood, we kind of look at everything holistically. We are test optional for the upcoming year, just like many other schools across the state. And here are some GPA, SAT, ACT facts that we pulled from the last class. So if you do fall under that a little bit or have worries about that, reach out to your admissions counselor and I will be happy to work with you guys. And application deadlines typically range from November 1st to December 1st for early decision and early action. So I'll be on the lookout for that when that time frame comes around. So how to apply? So we have no preference for the Common App or our own individual application. We look at both. We don't get one faster or we don't prefer one over the other. Like I said, apply either way, whichever way works for you, we get them no matter what. We would need your high school transcripts showing 9th through 11th grades. If you are an early high school graduate, make sure you let us know or have a school counselor let us know. And again, test optional. And for nursing, it's a little different. Nursing prom, which is the nursing essay, and an early decision form if applicable. Just quick facts about the tuition fees, room and board for the upcoming year. There's our statement price and for in-state and out-of-state. And based on GPAs 3.0 and above, you are automatically considered for the scholarships. And I like to mention without the test scores as well. Here is our contact information and our Go link for our visit page and our calendar. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Perfect. And then our final institution for the night will be the University of Virginia.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. My name is Nora Ferguson. I'm a senior admission counselor in the Office of Admission at the University of Virginia. UVA is located in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's pretty much right in the center of the state. We're about an hour from Richmond and about 2 hours from Washington, D.C. We're also nestled at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So if you are interested in hiking, there are a lot of beautiful hikes not far from our grounds. And our student-run outdoor club runs trips for kayaking, rock climbing, spelunking, and rafting in the nearby Shenandoah National Park. Charlottesville is a progressive college town that boasts a terrific music and restaurant scene with plenty of places to eat outside and enjoy the natural beauty of the area. The picture on your screen right now is a picture of grounds. I just like to point that out because getting from place to place, class to class is an important part in making your college decision. So typically students find that they can get anywhere on grounds in about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, UVA is a mid-sized research institution, and this size creates a collaborative environment with all of the resources of a larger institution. As the majority of our students are undergraduates, they have the opportunity to get involved with faculty-led research whenever they're ready to do so. So that can be as early as your first year. We are a state public school. We've made a commitment, therefore, that 2/3 of our class will be from the state of Virginia. The other 1/3 will be out of state international. But beyond those two numbers, there are no other quotas, targets, or limits in terms of the number of students that we admit from particular schools, counties, states, or regions. Unofficial statistics for our current cycle are a 28% offer rate for in-state, and around a 15% offer rate for out of state. We are proud of the numbers and accolades that you see on this slide, but we always remember that, as our president puts it, an institution of higher education cannot be great unless it is also good. We can't be excellent unless that excellence comes with a purpose. We emphasize servant leadership at UVA, and it is not a coincidence that our largest student organization is Madison House, our community service organization. As you can see, we also have several top rankings across our 8 schools, and we are committed to providing an experience and the resources that encourage retention and graduation. As a liberal arts institution, our undergraduate programs have an emphasis on the liberal arts, regardless of the school you're in. First-year applicants apply to one of the 5 options on the left side of the screen through the Common App. Once at UVA, typically at the point at which you would declare a major, you can join one of the schools listed on the right of your screen. If I could use only one word to describe academics at UVA, it would be one that I've already used, and it would be collaborative. Most students at UVA will concentrate in more than one academic area, whether that be through a double major, a major and a minor, or in an interdisciplinary major. And in most instances, it is possible to study and have a concentration across our schools and colleges. Student self-governance is a huge part of the student experience at UVA. It empowers students to enact the change they want to see on grounds in regards to student life. One of the many examples of this is our large number of student clubs and organizations. There are over 900 clubs and organizations at UVA for students to get involved in. And if students see a need for an organization, they are encouraged to create it. Pictured here is our fall activities fair, where most of our organizations will come out to get new students involved. Another way that our students give back is through study abroad. We send students wherever it is politically safe to do so. If you enjoy sports as a UVA student, at UVA, you will have the opportunity to cheer on the Who's at sporting events. UVA competes in Division I athletics as a member of the Atlantic Coast Conference, and we have 27 varsity sports teams and have won 30 national championships, including the 2019 Men's Basketball National Championship. The championship team is pictured here. Finally, our public identity brings with it a deep commitment to access. We seek to enroll a talented and diverse student body, and we do not want the cost of attendance to be a barrier to students. To that end, we meet 100% of demonstrated need for all domestic applicants, one of only 2 public institutions in the country to do so. We are also completely need blind in our admission policies, meaning that we do not take into account ability to pay when we decide who to admit. That's it for me, but all listed on your screen now are all of the ways that you can connect with us and stay in touch. So feel free to follow us on social media, reach out to us with questions that you have, whether that be on social media, contacting the Dean of the Day, sending us an email. If you want to sign up to chat with a student, those are also available on our website. Thank you all so much.
All right, well, we've got a few minutes left, and so I do want to open it up for Q&A. And so if all of our institutions want to go ahead, turn their videos on, turn their microphones on, and then they will be answering in the same order that they presented in tonight. And so my first question for you all is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your institution?
Thanks, Karis. I think that's a really great question. I think a big takeaway from Virginia Wesleyan and something to remember is just the sense of community on campus. Being a smaller school, students really do get that one-on-one attention through faculty and staff. And I like to refer to us as SHMedium because we're a smaller campus, but we have very big school options for our students. So I think that's a good takeaway.
All right, I'll jump right in. For Old Dominion, I just want everyone to just remember that Old Dominion represents the real world. Our campus looks extremely like the world looks. It represents veterans, first generation students, students that are local, students from across the country, all ages, all backgrounds, and it's very hands-on. We are the home to innovation and hands-on learning, and our location. I just think it's a great opportunity for anyone, no matter what your background.
At Catholic University, the thing I would like y'all to remember is that Catholic is a place where you can do and instead of or. So you can be involved in research and be an athlete, or have an internship and be involved in campus ministry, right? It's not you have to pick and choose. There's tons of opportunities for our students to get involved in. I'm sure that's something that resonates with most of my colleagues on this call this evening, but you really don't have to choose. You can pretty much do it all.
My biggest takeaway from this presentation that I would like y'all to grab is going to be the financial aid packages that we are offering to our students next year, starting between $25,000 and $32,000 for merit-based scholarships. Because that is test optional, that's coming to you simply based off of your GPA.
My takeaway would be for people or prospective students to understand the community relationship Longwood has with the town of Farmville, and how it's so inclusive for students to be a part of not just one community, but another one as well.
So much great advice. But I would just say, tapping back to what Brooke mentioned, I would just say community can be found in seemingly larger schools as well. So while UVA may seem large with 18,000 undergraduate students, your classes, the majority of your classes are still going to be on the smaller side. So, and then also getting involved with all of the activities that we have on grounds, there's plenty of opportunities to make that small school experience even at a seemingly larger institution.
All right, and my final question of the night is, what is one myth about the college admissions process that you would like to debunk?
It's not as scary as it seems. I think that's the biggest debunk. And we're not scary. We're really not scary. When we call and we text you and email you, we're not scary. Reach back out. Let us know what your fears are. We're really here to help and guide you. This is a huge decision, and we're here to help facilitate that. So yeah, it's not as daunting as it may appear, and help.
I would say that a myth I'd like to debunk is that we're in the business of admission. I am not in the denial business. That is not my goal. I want to fill seats. I want to make monarchs. I want people at ODU. So I'm here to admit. I'm looking for reasons to admit. And like Brooke said, I'm not scary. So just wanted to debunk that we're not in the deny business. We're in the admission business.
I definitely echo what my colleagues have said. I will also just say that one myth would be where your sibling, best friend, cousin, aunt, uncle went might not be the best place for you, and that is okay. And even your parents, right? It's great that we have legacies on our campus and people who want to continue that tradition amongst their family. But one school that's good for one person might not be the best school and best fit for someone else or for you.
I'm definitely going to big echo what Takarla said regarding we are in the admissions business and not the denial business. But I would also just like to point out that getting 1 or 2 bad grades, especially earlier on in your college career, does not ruin your chances for your entire future. Keep your head up and just keep trying. Showing persistence honestly will do a lot more for your application than the negative impact from getting the bad grade.
I would say is the biggest thing for me would be that we don't know everything. So, if there's an issue with admissions process or something outside of admissions, like closely related, like financial aid, we can definitely help you. But, it's a two-way street. So, communicate as much as possible with your admissions counselor. That way problems, aren't dropped or missed.
Yeah, and I'd just add, and I think that this has been hopefully made clear to you all tonight, there are so many different schools out there for you all to consider. And that is so important for you. You need to consider all of your options. You need to see what their processes are, learn what their processes are. So maybe more a piece of advice, but be sure that you are looking into their application instructions, that you're following those instructions. Believing what we tell you. We're not going to lead you astray. Again, as some of my colleagues have said already, we want to help you. We want to get you to the finish line in this process.
All right, I think that was all good advice. So I will go ahead and close this out for the night. Thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, you will see a link to a quick 5-question survey. And so we would just appreciate any feedback you can provide about your experience here tonight. You will be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thanks so much, and y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.